We've got the Afro Goddess of Fairies and then like the Lost Girl or something like that. So we're going to take a look and see what's going on. Jeez, Phil. You deal with it. All right. What I got that came to mind is in another deck, but it's a picture of the Grumpy Red Fairy. Look that up. Look up Grumpy Red Fairy. It's like you've got an attitude and impatient britches is what I got. Impatient britches doesn't get the job done. A radical rebirth, good juju, level up, and an awakening. You're not going to like me right now. If you get too distracted by heat in the sheets or impatient britches, if you're too bothered to focus on what's spiritual, then you're focusing on the wrong thing. And that's not easy to say. It's my favorite sport. But hey, if heat in the sheets is all you're thinking about, or hooking up with somebody, or going on the date, or going on the hot date, whatever it is, great, that's all well and good, but it might get in the way of your path and of your spiritual work. There may be a reason that you feel like, cobwebs are afoot. There may be a reason for this. Now, this is what I'm getting here, but it's not so much these words, it's their meanings that are coming through, and the radical rebirth is for the awakening. And this is going to take a little bit of time. You just because you have the mojo and the skills and the ability to be seductive as hell doesn't mean that the universe is going to not impede your path if there's something bigger afoot. And there is something bigger afoot for you. Show her these. We're going to go into the fairies ones.
It's a damn menopause. I hate feeling like this. Ugh.
Get the fuck over yourself. Because if you're supposed to be learning some higher lesson, they aren't going to let you just learn the petty, earthy lesson that's heat in the sheets, fabulous time, but no lesson there. That's just going to take you down the wrong track. And I don't care how skilled the stud is. He needs to be out.
Jeez.
Just saying. Just saying. All right. What do we have here? Caffeine, magic fish, and reflections. Okay. What I'm getting is you're looking for stimulants to be the magic when it needs to be the reflections that take you deeper. The stimulants, the caffeine here. You're looking for something that's more exciting, more exciting, more exciting. And the excitement needs to come from within. The magic fish, it's not the stimulants. It's not external to you. The magic fish is inside. And then reflections. Don't just reflect on the bad things. Reflect on the fun things. Start having fun on your own. Start having fun with people who aren't the romantic heat in the sheet interest. Start having fun again, period, point blank. That draws more to you anyway. Anything else on this? Fairies are rude right now. Hummingbird dreams and earth element. This is suggesting you get grounded and learn how to hover. Now, the hummingbird can dip into the sweet stuff, hover, and come back. The hummingbird's super, super skilled. So you can hover around lots of places. But the deal is for you to get grounded is very, very important. Like, do whatever is your earthing practice. Do whatever is your grounding practice. Do whatever you need to do on this. Now, let's see what's going on here.
I'm good with that. I just need to stay away from relationships.
I would stay away from men like you're staying away from vampires. I would put on the garlic cross and everything. Like, seriously, this is not the time for you to be messing around with that. Oh, this is why. This has prey, stalked, watched, invaded. This is somebody that will see you in a vulnerable state and take advantage, and it will put a detour that you don't want to have. If you've had the lesson of the divine detour, if you've had the lesson of making the wrong choice and knowing, okay, I know better, I can do better. That's important. Stay away from this. And then ecstasy, yielding, rapture, and bliss. And this is coming up, and we've got March all over the place on that one. So give me a sec. I'm not telling you to March as an action. I'm taking the month March out of there. That's a long ways away. That's going to feel like eternity away. But March is coming in strong, 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 like shamrock, shamrock, green butterfly, shamrock, shamrock. Yeah, something big on March. You want the excitement because you're chasing whatever it is. If you're chasing the caffeine, the dopamine, the excitement, the vitality, eternal youth, this is what you're chasing. And it's time for you to chase something a little bit deeper. If you want to do high priestess type work, you're going to have to be in the deep waters a little bit more. And that doesn't mean necessarily always eating the sheets for you. I'm sorry.
No more bad choices.
Yeah, so don't leave yourself vulnerable just because you're feeling lonely or on your own or missing the couplehood thing. No, start doing stuff that fills you up anyway, regardless of what couplehood or romance or anything else. Start hanging out with your friends that are the sisters from the other misters. Start honoring friendships differently.
Something good in March 2025? Is that what she said?
That's what she said. And the card is called Ecstasy. You want to see that one? And this smoke is a little too close to me.
That's incense smoke.
Yeah, it's incense, and I love it. I love incense or sage burning always before I start the show. I love doing that. But that's just a little too close, and it's hitting the vocals a little bit weird. But yeah, that's what we got. So that's what I got for you, sweetie. That's an interesting read. That means don't fall for it. When, you know, Fabulous Romeo wants your time, don't fall for it. Don't fall for unworthy players. You need real contenders. You need people that are serious. You need people that have character, have depth, not just, you know, good skills. Okay, enough said. Good skills, a lot of people can have good skills. Some people have extremely good skills, but that would be a detour. So if you happen to run into somebody that's really good skills, just don't go too fast, too deep on that kind of relationship because it won't serve you.
Skills?
Yeah.
Cooking?
If only. Please.
Jeez. Gosh, man.
Yeah, am I busting his balls a little? Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, but love it. Thank you.
You're
love
welcome,
y'all.
honey.
All right, this is what we got going right now. We have Sandra and we have Kristen. If you'd like to also get on the list, $20 blind, get what you get, $30 year ahead. The one question tarot reads, 30 and 40, those are the card spreads. You usually get more. And those are the specialty reads. Those with card, crystal ball, or the past life. And those are the apps. Cash App is the Feisty Butterfly. The others are A.
Okay, and if you see Phil's name on there, that's my husband sitting across from me helping me do the show today. And so if you see his name, don't be alarmed. That's him.
Okay, we're waiting for Sandra's question. It
Okay.
might be
Let me
like
get some
earlier.
water. Okay.
Sandra put it and we didn't see it. So let's see. And Kristen said you haven't put charms on the list.
We can do them if we want. Charms I do by the pinch, and it's $10 a pinch. And let me see. They're over here.
Got it, Sandra. Thanks.
Now these are the charms that are super fun. And I just go for a pinch of these and read the charms. Just like I would read cards or Lenormand cards or tea leaves or bones or whatever. Yeah. So we can do those. So if Kim wants to pick that up or pin that up, we can do that. I need to make a new list. We'll have a few specials on Black Friday, by the way. So just so you know. But yeah.
Yes, Maxine, there is a list. I have 2 on the list.
Okay.
And Sandra would like a full oracle.
Okay.
Kristen, you're on deck.
I don't generally do a full oracle, but yes, this feels right. Okay, for some reason the Claire odds are not letting me let go of the House of the Rising Sun. You guys know the lyrics to that. That's what's coming through. The whole mood of that is what's coming through. The House of the Rising Sun. There is a returning to something that has been difficult. There is a returning to an overcoming story. It's redemption that comes also. And that is a story of kind of the wayward person, right? Or the wayward path. But there's celebration of a return. There's a redemption story coming through. There's celebration. And then the House of Baba Yaga. There's a redemption of the witch. You understand about your mojo. You understand about how to use your mojo. It's something that you need to embrace a little bit more. The part of you that you put on ice, the part of you that closes down, the part of you that you put cold or shelved or whatever it is is not to be denied. There's something for you that you need to have a little bit more of that earthiness coming through. And I'm not talking about grounding. I'm talking about sway of the hips, house of the rising sun, earthiness. The wayward energy. There was a reason, there was desire for things. And the return and the celebration comes in. So this is the return of desire coming for you. The return of a different kind of desire. And it's not all to do with always earthy and sensual, but sometimes we shove our desires in a little box and tuck them in the corner, and we're going to deal with that later. Sometimes our dreams, our hopes, our ambitions, the things we want to have, the things that we feel like we want to achieve or do, we sometimes tuck those daydreams away for a later date, and that's not the thing. You need to unpack that again. Indulgence and immortality is coming through here. There is a nurturing of this dream that needs to be there. The nurturing is coming through, and the activism card is coming through. So I'm going to show you these. Now, I wrote their keywords on here because the deck didn't do it, and it really should have. That's the only beef I have with this deck. This is coming in here, the immortality. This is conscious thoughts. It's something that won't let go. It's something that's wired in, hardwired in before you're born type of energy. And the indulgence, this is the dream. It's like, do you dare to dream again? You should. And it's almost like part of you wants to hold back because you're afraid of getting disappointed. It's okay to be disappointed in life. It's not okay to give up on your dreams. It's okay for us to deal with challenges, obstacles, hurdles. But it's not okay to give up on your dreams or give up on yourself. That is not okay. The nurturing and taking really good care of yourself needs to happen. And then the hag of the wildfire needs to be there. Yeah. There's sometimes when you need to spend most of the night up. There's sometimes when you need to spend the night up, awake, honoring the dream. That you're going to have restlessness for a reason. You need to create more room for yourself to have the dreams permeate and go forward, go forward, go forward. There's an old self that meets yourself again. Once again, what's that about? This doesn't feel like a come together two people. This feels like the old self meeting the new self again. Remember, allow for the redemption to come. The redemption story needs to be there. It feels like it's been really a long time since you've been in this space where you've allowed yourself the privilege of dreaming or seeing it in a different way. It's like instead of standing in a circle of 8 swords, maybe you've been standing in 16 swords. You've had an extra layer of limiting beliefs blocking your path, and they need to be pushed down, knocked down, done. You have the strength to do it, but you need to create the space. Imagine like you have seen the 8 of swords where she's standing and she's wrapped and she's got 8 swords around her on the sand. Imagine an extra layer of swords around you on the sand. There's too much in the limiting beliefs. And the waves would take them all down anyway, but your thoughts need to change about what you're doing. The way you believe, the way you want to move forward needs to change and go completely different. The space needs to be created by your own inspiration. It's your own passion, your own fire coming through that is going to be important. This is huge for you. The strength is right there. Here we have the renewal and we have the slow and steady. Slow and steady doesn't mean fearful. It means consistent, applied, ambitious activism, but at a pace that you can manage. Slow and steady doesn't mean not going anywhere. The tortoise and the hare story comes to mind. You know what that is. Slow and steady means consistent, consistent, consistent. Keep going. Dream it and dream a little bit more. Think a little bit about it each day. Dream about it. If you're dreaming about a house, what does it look like inside? If you're dreaming about a car, what kind of paint does it have? Are you test driving that thing? Whatever it is. If you're dreaming about something that's an entirely different experience, what is the energy that you're going to feel? What is the emotion you're going to feel inside that experience? Is what you need to know. And start summoning, summoning that emotion towards you now. And not acting like it's going to be here someday. Have that energy and that emotion be here in your space now. Slow and steady. Every day that emotion needs nurtured, needs built, needs added to. It's like, what is that crazy bread they make that is never-ending loaf of bread? No, it's not a Jesus thing. It's a never-ending loaf of bread where they add yeast and they have brewer's yeast and it just goes on forever. I don't know what that's about. Who makes that? My mother didn't make that. It's a never-ending loaf of bread. You're always adding yeast to the mix, to the brew mix. I don't know what that's about. But whatever it is, you're always adding to this particular brew. If you know what that's about or want to look something up, that would be the adequate thing. That's what I'm getting. Renewal. Again, we had this redemption and this renewal of self and of soul. This is huge for you. It feels like the mountain is something that you feel like you're up against, like the 8 of swords that I mentioned. The mountain, without going deeper in, you just feel like you're blocked, without going and seeing what's in there and then coming out again to do something different.
Chris, but sourdough.
Probably. That sounds about right. And then Peaks of Joy. This is where you're going, but you have to go investigate this. You have to knock down those swords. You have to do the internal thing first. You really have to go within. Yeah, the sourdough starter thing might be exactly what it is. I'm not a bread baker. Like, I can give you the message and give you the information to the best of my ability, but that's a little bit beyond my wheelhouse. Anything else? You need to really, really have your 11s working different. When you see activism here, there's a determination here. When I talk about the 11s, I'm talking about the lines right here that we get. The scowl needs to recede. The focus needs to be there. So the scowl, the intensity that's scowl and serious needs to recede. But the focus needs to be there. The space needs to be created. Anything else? There is a lightening up, a lightening up, a lightening up. There's a song that it's so close. Hang on. I can't get it in quite enough. I think it's Barbara Streisand's Sweet Zoo. It's really, really old. I dreamed last night that I was an alligator. A great big alligator. Something like that. There wasn't anything I couldn't do till they caught me and they brought me to the zoo. Yeah, this is what it is. It's something about feeling like you've been caught, but you need to dream and do the thing that you want to do. There wasn't anything I couldn't do. Yeah, you can do it. Whatever this is, it's this dream that needs reinstilled. It needs reinstilled. It's Streisand's Sweet Zoo. I don't know that I need all of that, but I needed that extricated from there. So they caught me and they brought me to the zoo. And I was only me, and that's the way I'll be. Oh, that's the way I'll be. I enjoy being an oyster. That's what it is. Look it up. I'm sure you guys are like, where the fuck did you go? It's Sweet Zoo. It's Barbara Streisand's Sweet Zoo. She dreams of being all these animals. She wakes up and enjoys being herself and decides that she's very much going to be herself. That's what's going on. That's complete. Yeah, that's enough vocal for that. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm getting. There is this coming through for you. But that's what I got. You need to get out of your 8 of Swords. It's the limiting logical thoughts that just need all kicked down. Okay. Yeah. Didn't know we'd be doing that one, but okay. I told you guys the messages come through, it comes through. I don't get in the way.
Sandra said, thank you so much.
You're welcome, honey.
Kristen said, lots of song references tonight. Love it.
Yeah, the Claire odds come on, and I'm telling you, I don't get off the hook. It's there, it comes through.
And Chad put, I worry about Angie sometimes.
I worry about Angie sometimes. Yeah, if the Claire odds come through, and that one is like, when did that song even come out? Probably before my time. I mean, I think my mom may have played it around the house, I don't know, in 1971 or something. I don't know. Yeah.
All right, Maxine, these are the options for the specialty reads. I don't know if you saw Kim had put them also. Bones with Cards, Crystal Ball Read, and Past Life.
Yep.
And if you'd like to get on the list, we have 3 on the list. The Blind, the $30 year ahead.
And I don't usually do the blind oracle that way, but Sandra's been in enough times and she's seen enough tarot. She knows what's going on.
Oh, yes. And I guess we also have the pinch going on.
And the pinch. Yeah, if you want the Charms by the Pinch. Those are interesting too.
Charms by the pinch, Angela.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, next up we have Kristen for a blind.
Okay, Kristen for a blind.
Just let me know which one you want, Maxine. Josie, Iggy, I'll need your question when you get a chance. You're next. On deck, I should say.
Yeah. Okay. Now these I wrote across the back because I found these a little bit silting. This is a Colette Baron Reid deck, the 7 Energies Oracle. This one, I don't know if it's the Sacred Forest or what, and this is like maybe Season of the Witch Yule edition, something like that. But we're going to do them in this order, this order, this order. What does she need to know? What are you throwing around so freely? What are you doing with your time? There's a lot of energy thrown too freely, too freely. Hang on. Oh. You're giving up your peace because you're giving over your time to try and do something and you're doing too much. The tranquility is what you're throwing too easily. The gatherings need to make them come to you, make them come to you. There's something that you need your peace back again. Dove medicine is coming through. Time with family in your own situation needs to be there. And there also needs to be a time for stillness, and this cold moon is coming through in a huge way. Now let's see what else we've got here. There's something that you need to close out your day with the peacefulness and understand how you return to center, how you get centered. So you know how we do grounding exercises or meditation before we start doing spiritual work, blah, 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 or before we enter or a situation we might do this. You need to bookend your day a little more thoroughly. You need to bookend to get peaceful and centered at the end of each day. And whether... Some people will do that with what am I grateful for, 3 gratitudes for the day. Some people will do that with a focused candlelight meditation or a good cup of tea and have some chamomile. Whatever way it is you need to do it. You need to do a little bit of moon medicine for yourself. Dove medicine for yourself. The tranquility is what you've thrown around a little too much. A little bit of the ice cleaning detachment needs to come in. This is what's coming in. You can show them the bottoms, but the bottoms won't matter. Go in here. The energy is what you're needing to regather, regroup. Yeah. You don't say yes to everything. You've got yes-itis right now. Don't say yes to everything. They're going to be disappointed. Tough shit for them. You can't say yes to everyone all the time. You can't please everyone all the time. And some people are just not going to like a no, but you're going to need to tell them no. More on your terms is what I'm getting. Why am I getting that? I'm making pudding the old-fashioned way. If you throw pudding together and you're making pudding the old-fashioned way, and if you throw the egg in the pudding too soon, you're going to get scrambled egg in the pudding mix. So if you're trying to make a custard and you do it too fast out of impatience or because somebody else is trying to do something and they're distracting you, you're not going to get the custard. You're going to get this weird glob of crap going on. You don't want this. This is something you have to take your time and slow it down, slow it down. Yeah. Think chocolate pudding with a little bit of scrambled egg in it. You got to have the timing right. You got to slow it down for yourself. And you say no. Say no more often. Okay, what else is coming through? Powerful move. Look at this, show me this. This is purposeful efforts, it says. Empowered choice, powerful move. Rest time is over. You need to slow it down and reclaim your life that you trust for yourself. The royal you is coming through next. This is ownership. A quiet sense of empowerment. Again, going back to that moon time that I said, being calm, clear-eyed, lead from a self-assurance and awareness. This is what I've got for my notes. Now, I've read this, and I liked this deck. It's great for journaling, but because I have so many oracles, if I'm writing on my cards, there's a reason for it. This one, shining through. This is what the moon magic is helping you do. It's helping you allow light through with all the tedium and all the gears and all the to-dos and all the to-dos and all the to-dos. You're missing some of the shine that needs to be able to come through. You need to allow that to come through. Great and full. You've already got so much doing. Your emotions are letting you do a ton of things, but you need to appreciate the little mini moments. Let go of attachment is what I wrote on here. And magic finds the playful. What I'm telling you is honor the detachment. Honor the ability to say no. And it's okay. It's all right to let people be disappointed. They're going to love you anyway. You don't have to do everything all the time. You don't have to earn your place. You are loved because you are here. You don't have to earn anything by doing. The roots of abundance are here. Okay, this isn't going to be written on the back of the card, but a tree doesn't go hopping around from place to place to place to place. A tree gets calm, gets centered, and digs into where it's at. You need to be more grounded in this kind of way. Again, deeply in the evening. You do so many wonderful things in each day. It's like you don't have to do as much as you push yourself to do. But you do need to appreciate more your successes at the end of the day, because there's many. Wood nymph, and again, we've got the big moon coming up. Celebrating yourself again. Look at this. This is what's coming up. Celebrating yourself. Wise woman of the grove. This is very interesting. She wants to come through strongly. If you don't slow down, you don't see the box. If you don't see the box, you don't find the ring. If you don't find the ring, you don't find the wise woman here. You don't find the grace. Show her this picture. If you don't slow down, you don't find any of this. If you don't say no to certain things, you don't find any of this. If you slow it down in your meditation, snapshot that picture for your screen or whatever. Go in there. Find her. That person is coming through as strongly as a guide. Yeah. Lucy is kind of stomping her foot. She's got great shoes, but Lucy's stomping her foot. Lucy's over there, and she's one of my guides. She doesn't usually stomp or get insistent, but she's stomping her foot as to tap and honor. Again, show her this. Show her that one. Let her look again. This is a secret spring success coming in. Fire spirit energy coming in. It's how do you gather that little bit of moonlight? If your spirit wants to go, you're going to miss something. You've got to slow it down. It's like she has a little bit of moonlight in her lantern. And the fire spinner energy where you're always charging and doing and charging and doing and charging needs to just calm down just a bit. Calm it down just a bit. There's time for rain. There's time for fire. That's the moonlight time that needs to be there. I would call her Elva, and I don't know what that is about. E-L-V-A. Elva. Don't know what that's about. This one's an ancient. She wants to come in. That's what I've got for you, sweetie. That was wild. I did not expect that, but that's what came through. All right.
Woo.
Yeah. Yeah, that was bigger than I thought it'd be, but hey, whatever. It needed to happen. So, yeah.
Chat put, hey, Queen Lucy, lovely to see you, dear. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, I love when Lucy's here. Well, the guides are always here, but sometimes they get a little more vocal. And Lucy is usually so gracious. And I don't think I've ever seen her stamp her little foot like that, but okay. All right.
And she said, thank you so much.
You're welcome, honey. You're welcome.
All right, next up we have Josie.
Okay.
It's a full read.
Okay.
Insight on Kenny about why he's acting weird for the past 2 days. Maxine, you're on deck. I need your question when you get a chance.
We're going to see what's going on with Kenny here, and then we're going to see what it is that you want to be doing. Why has he been acting weird? What's up with Kenny? Why is he acting weird for the... There's something you're feeling anxiety about for a reason, and he is getting stressed. There's a little bit... What I'm getting straight up is that there's a little bit of a smothering sensation. There's a little bit where he is not in the deeply committed place. He wants something to be either less commitment, less work, and more player energy. That's what's coming through, more player energy. The Nine of Swords. He doesn't want to have all the stress and anxiety. There's too much stress going on. And there's something that needs to change, and he's not ready for it to change. It's a little bit of the Peter Pan energy is coming up. There is a manipulation going on, and there's something about this where there's a greed going on. He wants to have his cake and eat it too, is what I'm getting coming in this way. I'm not loving his energy going on. He might not be a complete, totally selfish asshole, but he's in a selfish state right now, whether he realizes it or not. His capacity to grow up, grow deeper, it doesn't seem to be there just yet. Yeah, he feels trapped, wants to walk away, wants out, wants something different, wants to plan something a little bit different. He's very much more cold. It doesn't feel like he's all that into you right now. And that is a harsh way to put it, but that's what the feeling is. I don't know if he knows what he wants right now. It feels like he's just into his own stuff, and he wants whatever might be the easier path right now. Yeah, he wants the big reward, the easy path, but I don't know if he's going to do the work. He's restless. He's restless, and you're grounded, and that doesn't help. Now, what's going on down here? the thing that I'm seeing that I like seeing in all of these cards so far is there doesn't feel like third party, Three of Swords, betrayal. It doesn't necessarily feel like that. I'm glad to not see that card come through with this much feeling of he's just got his head up his ass is what I'm feeling. He's very, very much distracted by wanting less work, less being bound. Okay, what's going on with you? Then we'll look at the energy between two. I want to look at it all. You need to give him space. It's like you're looking and looking, seeing what's going on with him, and you aren't lifting yourself up and being in your own energy a little bit more. You need to be in your own energy a little bit more. Celebrate your own energy. Quit looking at him, looking what he's doing, what he's doing, what he's doing. Who gives a fuck? This guy's a little bit of a bonehead. If he were here, he'd get a new one. I'd rip him a new one just on the spot right then and there. Because grow the fuck up, dude. You're dealing with somebody that's a little bit more grown up. If you want to keep this one, don't blow it. That's what I tell him. Based on this. On this for you, he's not the only person on the planet. This guy has his head on the wrong stuff. You need to understand the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands knows she's the party, knows her value, knows her worth. Everybody approaches her. When she enters the room, the whole world is like, wow, who the hell is that? Because she feels her mojo. She knows her power. She knows what's hers. She knows her territory. She knows what's important. She gets her wishes and she manages to get things done. She makes plans and takes action. She realizes what's going on right now in the here and now, and she realizes what's on the horizon. And she's not letting anything get between her and them. The world, you feel like something is over with this person. Something has ended with this person. He has it in death. You have it in the world. He has it. He refuses to let something end and grow up. You have it as if there's a call to advancement. It's like, I don't think that this guy and you go forward into the deep depths of a relationship in a serious way. I think what you've learned from him, and I wouldn't put up with him for a much longer period, point blank. Wheel of Fortune. Once that world is completed, then fates want to hand you something different entirely. Now, anything else on the energy between you or on the lesson? It's the lesson between you. Hang on.
See, but that's good. I wish I knew how to help him, but I can't make him choose me.
No, you can't. And you know what? He had his fucking chance, loser. Oh, I shouldn't say that. Sorry. He had his chance. He feels like he's blowing it, and that's okay. He's on a different curriculum path than you. But if he's blown it, he's blown it. I wouldn't give him a second or a third or a 15th chance. No. Now, this is me. You trust your highest self over me or any other tarot reader, always. But not your emotion and not what you wish it could be. Your highest intuition, your highest self, okay? Now, let's see what's the lesson here for you. Ooh. This is the lesson. This is what I'm glad I didn't see here. But if you keep hanging out with this dude, you're going to be betraying your own best good. The lesson is, you don't have to wait around for it to get worse. You don't have to wait around for him to figure out how great you are. You know how great you are. I wouldn't stay in his energy. I'd move on. Really, I would. The lesson is this. We didn't see it outright here, but it doesn't feel like he's that into you. If somebody's that into you, you know it. That's what I've got. Now, I want to know is just a little, if you're okay with me nosing just a little, what's going on in 3 months with you and whatever else is going on in love life or excitement, whatever else is going on, because I want this cleared out of here. So we're going to get new decks and look. So hang on for a second. I don't have a fourth deck of this, but I have plenty of other tarot cards.
She said, please.
Let's get a little nosy. Because let's say that you choose to let the world happen for you, which would be really smart. Then what do you move towards? You leave the rough waters for the smooth. You move towards peace. You move out of the harsh situation. You move towards the artist's heart. You learn how to do something new, create something new. You get more independence. You get more wealth. You get more benefit for yourself. You send this bird out to check on things on occasion, but you get the independent lady that's sitting in luxury. You're done with pouting people. You understand how to receive the gift when the universe offers. You're not going to sit and mope forever. You're going to choose a new course. And because you do, something else grows differently. You start something new, and something else, fruits of labor, come in differently. You're the one ready to charge ahead and charge into different kinds of situations. You're going to overcome. The lesson of competition completes. You'll see the competitors out there, but you've got the horse. These fuckers are just idiots. You're not at the kiddie table anymore. You are playing with the grown-ups. And you are really not messing around with the boys. You are ready for people that are serious. You've learned this. This is gorgeous energy come through. Yeah, that's the angel here. This is lessons of temperance and really, really learning how to transmute an old lesson into something new. Your MO changes. You walk away from this before this happens. You walk away and you walk towards this. Your MO changes. It means the way you operate, you're not going to be as attracted or drawn to the Peter Pans or non-committals or the people that, really never going to quite make it. You're operating by the way of the King of Wands. You know how to be inspired. You know how to lead. You know how to draw different aspects toward you. Be careful of the old devil energy that comes towards you sometimes. You need to ride for your own thing, and it needs to be worth it. Don't go trapped to the past. There's something about understanding what has tricked you before won't trick you again. You're only going to ride if it's worth it to ride because you're prepared to be different. And you're going to do a little bit of traveling. This is important. If you need to get out of the geography that has memories of a certain person, get out of that geography for a bit. Travel for a bit. This feels like it's coming up a little bit more in the new year. Maybe tail end of January is what I would think. Don't let the calendar freak you out this year. Don't let any of the holidays freak you out. Don't let Valentine's or New Year's or Christmas or Turkey Day. Don't let any of it freak you out. You're off the calendar. You're off the script right now. If you choose to pivot in this way, you shift how you do your MO and you put more value into yourself and you become the independent woman, the adventurer, the traveler. You go for greater spans of distances and time, and you go for greater depths and greater character, greater caliber of person. That's what I've got. That's complete.
She put, I honestly thought he was the one.
There isn't an only the one, but this one, if he wanted to make you priority, he would be doing something entirely different. We wouldn't have seen the cards that we saw. We wouldn't have seen him feeling death. We wouldn't see him feeling it's the end or that he's stuck or he's trapped or whatever. And the one that you need to really know is the one for your whole damn life is you. I am the one for me. It's not Phil. Although he is very much the love of my life. The one that is the one for us from birth to death is ourselves. When we start honoring that, that's a powerful place to be. And that's when we draw in and draw to us the ones that are going to treasure us and treat us like gold. That's what happens. Okay.
Woo.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the craziest truth of it because it takes us a long time to learn that sometimes. It took me plenty long, I'll tell you.
She said, thank you.
You're welcome, honey.
All right, Maxine, I need your question, or if you just like a general, just let me know, however you want to handle that, or one of the specialties.
And back to the if he was the one, even if you honestly thought he was the one, he is a lesson, sweetie, but you are the one. You are the treasure. You are the gold, and don't you forget it. You are enough. It's not up to anybody else outside of you to say that to you, but you are enough. You know you matter, and you are important. So don't worry about how the rest of this comes together. The divine has you on this. The universe always has your back. So don't worry. Don't get freaked out if it looks a little different than what you expect. This is how we learn. We all have to learn, and we all have lessons so we can compare. Now, this wasn't so good. This is fabulous. So that's what I got. Okay. I'll quit preaching at you, honey.
Okay, Ange.
All right. Water.
Yeah, I think Maxine got filtered. I think she was filtered. We'll see. Becky said, I love watching you. You are amazing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
All right, last call to get on the list. $20 blind oracle, $30 year ahead, the one question tarots, and the specialty reads.
Okay.
All right, let's see if Maxine can get around.
And that was a
filter.
tarot that got a little bit nosy because it was required. We need to get nosy. Sometimes that's just how it is. So, yeah.
Okay, Ange.
Yeah. And I tend to get nosy. I gotta say I do. So, and sometimes you get me very bossy or get homework. Like literally, I told somebody about looking for black wool earlier today. I don't know why this shit comes through, but when it comes through, it does, and I get out of the way. So you guys have to trust your higher selves always, always, always. So should we do a collective in the meantime?
Well, make it quick. We got to figure.
Okay,
I don't know what word
wait.
is being
Make it
filtered that Maxine is using.
What's the rest of the question? Are you getting any of her
Not
questions?
getting anything. No, we're not getting anything.
Okay. So give us a second, hon. We'll just wait.
Steph is here.
Hey, Steph. Good to see you. Right on. Right on. Right
Love
on.
read.
A love read.
Let's go love reading for Maxine. Full read. That's the way to do it, I guess. Good thinking, Maxine.
love reading. We're in the Strange World cards right now for the love reading.
Villabos and, let's see.
I'm getting a story, so give me a minute. The story is something about a great love that is offered, but somehow there's a little bit of overwhelm, a little bit of...
No contact. Okay.
What? Are you talking to me?
It's a love reading and no contact for Villabos. I don't know if that's a name.
Okay.
Okay.
That doesn't help. I'm giving you what the cards are giving you.
Okay.
You don't talk to
Just
me.
go. Hey, okay.
Okay. We're getting the Ace of Cups and the Nine of Wands. This is a love that was once offered, but there's something that comes through and it's a little bit overwhelming. There's a little bit of resilience. Somebody knows better, knows deeper, knows a secret, knows something that they should know better. There's also a cautionary coming through here. There's something that you need to be aware of. Don't be going in the predatory way. Don't be going in the way that is the lower intention. You need to be in the higher intention to allow the High Priestess through. The Four of Cups is coming through here. Now this is an interesting one. This one, she sees all four here, but she's ready to walk away. There's something that you need to walk a path a little while for yourself in order to see the value of what's going on in the cup. We have the Temperance card, and then we have this huge fire coming in here, and all I can look at is this fire. Show her the Temperance. This is what you want to transmute, but you desire the fire. It's almost like if you're not careful, you're going to set yourself up to burn down the forest, and you don't need to do it that way. There doesn't need to be that much drama. Whatever is the drama situation that is the no-no, that, I don't know how to put this plainer. Whatever is the drama situation that is the no-no, don't light a bonfire so the wolves know where to come find you at. Don't light the full forest on fire. There is something that you are getting cautioned on that should be that you should be shying away from, and you don't want to shy away from it. You want what you want, and you're not listening very well to what the divine is trying to bring through. So it's like something that you want, that you know you should think better of. You're trying to get better of it, but you reflect on something in the past and you want it, and you kind of got yourself hung up and stuck there. It doesn't serve. There is more on the horizon, but there's a little bit of chicken shittery, not wanting to go, not wanting to be on your own. The Tower's coming anyway, so watch your step, sweetie pie. There is somebody around you that isn't very good for you. There's somebody around for you that is really, I don't like saying this, but it's what's coming through, damaging to your soul's growth. So if somebody is damaging to your soul's growth, don't go back to them. Don't go back to that smallness. Don't go back to whatever it is. Don't make excuses for this fucker. Don't make excuses just because there's love for this person or you can see their potential. They are damaging to your soul. You're going to hermit for a while. This Tower will come down. If you keep making excuses or reasons to be in the company of this person, the universe will slam you. And it'll slam you hard. And it may be that that's what needs to happen. It may be the universe needs to break something big. But instead of burning it down yourself or waiting for the universe to burn it down, you could actually honor your intuition and your instinct about something that feels off. The Sword of Truth is here big. If you will carry it forward, it's huge. Get yourself out of the harsh situation. You're setting yourself for something that it feels like it. When I say it damages the soul growth, when we get this harsh card, it feels like there's a little bit of toxic that's drawing you towards it that you need to get over. Whatever this toxic is, whatever this patterning is, it's time to grow beyond that, sweetie. Be prepared, be ready to ride for yourself. The Queen of Swords finally says, cut the shit. The Eight of Swords says the limitations must go. And the Knight has to ride forward for himself. For yourself, you must ride forward. Knight of Wands has to charge forward with their own ambitions, their own desires. There's a need for detachment coming in here. That's what's going on. Now let's see what else. I'm trying to tell this as tenderly and less bitchy way as possible. The Six of Swords comes through sometimes when there's a harsh relationship, a toxic relationship that's too damn difficult. something that has been in the pattern that you have seen or you have seen in your past or experienced in your past needs to be left well and truly behind. And the experience of love and what you settle for, what you allow, what you tolerate. It's not a resilience test, endure to the end, endure to the end. It's not go back and work it out with somebody that treats you badly. It doesn't serve your soul to do so. What serves your soul in love in the future if you're brave enough? And you can be brave enough. And nobody likes this. When it's time to leave, it's time to leave. Somebody else will back your play. And here we have beautiful, beautiful Nine of Coins, the independent woman coming through again. I love seeing this. This is huge for you. King of Coins coming through. You need to navigate some of this on your own. It's like you are really walking through the threshold and you need to do it a little bit on your own, and you know this. And it's scary. If we think of the song On My Own from Les Mis, she knows that she's living in a dream space, and she knows she's really walking through the streets on her own. She knows that. What else is going on? It feels like summoning the bravery is going to take a little bit of courage to do. You are capable of standing on your own. You're strong enough to stand on your own. You're strong enough to do it on your own. I'm going to bring out a few more cards, and then I'm just going to go, okay? So I'll tell you what's coming through, but it feels like there's a few more cards in here for you before we do that. Here it is, the Resilient Knight, the one that's prepared. This one has 3 canteens to cross the desert. You are ready. You will be prepared. Will you show her this, honey? This one is the one that goes as the Queen's emissary. You've got to be the Queen and the emissary. You've got to be the person on the mission, the person on the task, a little bit mercenary also. This is what's coming through. You have to be the one ready to do it. Now look at this. The resilient, the wounded soldier in the whole situation of it all. It needs to be let go. You're thinking and thinking of this again. Look at these coming up. It's like you don't want to change the perspective about this, but you must do it. Now, I asked if she's strong enough to do it. You don't feel like you're strong enough to do it yet. You need to set yourself a plan. Set yourself a plan. Have step-by-steps. Get your ducks in a row. Get your paperwork in a row. Get your money in order. Get your shit in a row. Yes. It's scary, but you are ready for the new adventure. You're ready to do this. And when you start creating a plan for yourself to move forward independently, keep your cards close to your vest in what you're doing. The Fool will be here in the next year, and this is coming in as in New Year's. This is coming in as January. Things are going to be starting to shift. So allow yourself a little bit of buffer time in this. The Happy Ever After +1, the wish card +1 is what you want to go towards, but you're going to have to do it afresh. You're going to have to start afresh. Page of Wands, you're going to have to go where there is a little bit more energy of that there, not this hardship energy coming through. Anything else? Yeah, you have the strength to do it. Show her that one. You're going to have to wander through what feels like walking on the moon or on Mars or something crazy. It's going to feel like you are walking the strange world or walking a weird planet, and it's going to feel like a little bit isolated, or you're a little bit orphaned in some sense. You're not. You haven't been forgotten at all. But there is this path that you need to walk a little bit on your own in order to temper what's gone on, in order to temper what's been, in order to get yourself set and get yourself a distance of time. You don't need the pattern to repeat in the same way. You don't need to be stuck in the same way. You don't need to be wounded in the same way anymore. But you do need space and distance and independence in order to move forward on your own. And I'm sure you hate those words. If you want to have the Happy Ever After, where it's the everything you wish for +1, you need to allow a space and time for healing. The love energy that needs to be there, but the way that there has been patterning is what I'm getting. You've seen the harsh waters and rough patterns for too long, and you have learned to emulate them, adopt them, or carry a little bit too much of those patterns, and they don't suit you well. It's time to outgrow them. It is time to get out of the harsh toxic water a little bit more. You know this down to your bones, sweetie, and you can do this when you're ready, but it doesn't mean you can just jump ship and do everything all at once. You need to be shrewd. You need to be canny and smart and wise, and be good to yourself above all.
I feel like you're talking about my past relationship. I've been a hermit, and I've been single for 5 years.
Yeah, and you're not healed yet, is what I'm getting. I'm getting, if you rush into love too fast, you'll draw some of this past energy, and you don't want to draw that. You want to draw something new, and it feels like that January is where things shift. So even though holiday times are really, really hard, don't crash into the wrong relationship just because you're doing the last final hard part. You know, this is such a weak analogy, so I'm sorry I can't do better than this. You know when somebody celebrates winning the race before they win and somebody passes them. Or you know when somebody celebrates the touchdown before they get there and then they don't get it. You're that close. You're that close. 2025 is your year. 2025 is the year for you. So just let yourself hermit and heal and enjoy whatever holiday it is, and understand that love wants to move in 2025 in a whole different kind of bigger way for your heart. It feels like do the final work that you can with the shadow stuff or with the old relationship. Don't let the ache for someone to be with you cause you to be with the wrong one. You don't need that. Better to wait. And it probably isn't about you so much as it is the universe lining up the right one, as it is the universe lining up other things for other people. And sometimes that's hard because we're the one feeling the loneliness, or like we're waiting and we've been waiting forever, and you know, we feel like we're getting penalized almost, when it's just other things need to be in alignment for other people because the puzzles need to fit correctly. So that's what I've got. Don't lose hope, and don't doubt yourself, and don't be hard on yourself. Be gentle on your soul right now, because 2025 is when it starts opening up. All right, that's it. Yeah, that's beautiful. And good on you for getting through what you've gotten through and getting out of what you've gotten out of, because it felt like the Rough Waters card was big, pronounced, difficult. So well done you, honey. Well done you.
Chat, but counting chickens before they hatch.
It's way worse than that. To have to deal with the wrong person, wrong man, whatever. It's heartbreak that you don't need. So, yeah, it's like you finish your healing. Let your healing finish. But yeah, it's along those lines. But it's like, yeah, no. And don't let people into your field that are extra drama. And study up on the narcissism. Study up on all the stuff that's the good stuff you know you've been doing. Now it's just the spoil yourself lesson that needs to be on it a little more. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. We would go out to tea. We would go out to tea and go do some retail therapy of a sort. Even if it was the dollar store, we just got the goofiest sunglasses they had in the shop. We'd do it. Okay, let me move this tray.
All right, our list is clear, Ange.
Oh, okay.
Clear. So you want to do a
collective and then call it a night, maybe?
Let's call it a night.
Let's do that. Okay, we'll do a collective. Hang on, give me just a second. I'll have to organize those in a minute. Let's go into the stained glass.
See what Maxine says of TikTok's being weird with the whole filtering thing.
Okay. So we're going into the collective. Did you want to see what Maxine said on there or no?
I haven't seen anything yet.
Okay. She'll know. She'll know. Right, we're going into the stained glass, and this feels like the cathedral. We're going into very sacred space here, guys. What is it we need to remember? Remember the miracle that we are. The death and transformation, the loss that we've suffered recently, the loss that we feel has been so painful, the betrayal that we feel has happened. The letting go of the old that's hard to shed, the letting go of something when other people aren't ready to grow with us. Very difficult. We need to let go. The butterfly can't take all the other caterpillars when they're still caterpillars, but the butterfly still needs the flight, needs the growth, needs the expansion. You keep comparing and it serves you no good. It keeps you in a stalemate energy. You need to pause and allow yourself to flight. Allow yourself to understand that you don't have to be mad at the caterpillars. You don't have to be mad at those that didn't get it, and those that couldn't figure out. They will get their lessons, but your lesson for now is flight. Your lesson for now is love. You can't fly if you're tethered to old things or old rocks or old caterpillars or heavy things. You can't fly if you're mourning something and stuck and trapped. Now this one, you can see the 5 cups lined up and you see the person almost as if they're like surrounded by the goblet. They're tucked in tight, like the butterfly's wings tucked in tight. That's not the way to take flight. You can't be mourning the loss, mourning the loss, mourning the loss. Eventually, you've got to climb out of it to move forward. Here we go. Here we go. There are those around that would celebrate and lift a glass and toast with you. Now, a lot of us have seen Go to Community. A lot of us have seen messages of love each other, but that starts with self first. It starts with honoring community, honoring self, and celebrating self first. Celebrating what it is that's great about you first. Lifting that glass first for yourself. Lift the glass and lift others too. What else do we have? Ten of Pentacles coming through. This is a breakthrough legacy type of moment. How do we want to leave our mark? You don't get to be the wise sage that's held high in the tree and in this space where there is wisdom and great understanding of your own soul without having to do the breakthrough. And it takes a little bit of time for this. Understand this. This is something, there's a secret coming in between March and November of 2025 that has to do with this. This message that I'm bringing forward will apply in multiple areas of your lives, of the collective, between March and November of 2025. I don't know why we're in that space, but we are in that space. Understanding and reflecting on how far you've come to get there, to leave this legacy behind. I read this as 3 of Swords, and now I'm getting this as 8 of Swords, but this was the 9. This is anxiety and stress. There is something that feels like the 3 of Swords is here. The anxiety and stress needs to be let go of. The epiphany is the rude awakening that comes in from this card. The sleepless nights. You need to take care of yourself and get the sleep. It's huge important for you. You need to let the limiting thoughts and beliefs go. The era of the past needs to be let go. In order to move forward, it needs to be hugely let go. The Empress is here, whether anybody knows it or not. The Empress is here. The Divine Feminine is here. Whether it's kind of working quiet on the down low, whether it's working within us in slow ways at first before the momentum catches, she's here. She's in each of us. Doesn't matter if you're male or female. The energy of the Divine Feminine is already here on the planet and has been hardworking, has been hard at it. Let that momentum build and grow for you. The rough times left behind, the seed for the new start grows. The reflections on the past don't trap us there. The reflections on the past, reflections on how somebody else set order and set the house to be is not how it necessarily is. This is how it is. The Empress is in town. When queens ruled the world, we'll see what's going on with that. When queens ruled the world, they walked in beauty and grace. They walked slower. They understood community. They understood together. They understood less strife, and they understood the connectivity of all. When queens ruled the world, when matriarchy was strong, when the empresses reigned, they understood value in a different way. Some of those old ways are coming through in one thread at a time, one thread at a time, one thread at a time. People aren't seeing the tapestry being woven, yet it is. What was once a great society of women leaders, of women rulers, of the great society of Empress energy is here, and it is being honored, it's being seeded, and it will carry, and it will carry, and it will carry. It is like you are still in the time of seeding, you are still in the time of planting, and the Empress is the one who understands how to plant the new crop and understands fertility, greater than the Emperor could ever figure out. Let him have his numbers, his tally, his scores. The Empress is busy at work. There is no score to be kept. There is new things to grow. There is new divinity that is here that must come up and it must rise, and this is what we are about. That's complete. That's complete. Very, very sacred. Get yourself in this cathedral headspace, or in this headspace of sacred divine. Now, if you're not somebody that's Catholic, which I wasn't raised Catholic, your cathedral might be the woods. Your cathedral might be the ocean. Your cathedral could be anywhere that you feel connectivity to the divine force, where you feel, whether it's God, the Creator, Sophia, whatever, Hecate, whatever it is that is your sense of connection with the divine. You get in connection with that and plant what those divine seeds are. Honor those divine seeds in yourself and in others. This is something that is instructive. It's not an ask. It is a given that you are to do this. You know how to do this, so do this. Okay. Yeah. Wow. That was a biggie.
Becky put beautiful.
Yeah, holy moly. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Lucy has been a little bit insistent tonight. That's very interesting. Usually she treads a little bit more differently and distantly. She's very, very star being, Lemurian being, Pleiadian being. She's gorgeous. But she usually comes in a little more stately. But sometimes a queen's got to do what a queen's got to do. And an empress has to rule.
Steph had put, she most certainly is.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Steph also put, that was wonderful.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I think that's going to be it for tonight. I will be on Monday. I'm planning on being on. And I don't think I'll be on Sunday. But I think I'll be on Monday. And then I don't know how higgledy-piggledy the rest of the week will work. But Monday at 11 is when you'll see me next. And maybe Phil and I will make some content before he goes back to work. And we'll just see.
And we'll make some content.
And we're going to do something for
week
Black
ahead or
Friday. I'm
something.
not sure what the fun will be, but we're going to do something fun for Black Friday. I don't know what. Yeah. So, it's Black Friday. If you're staying home and avoiding the traffic, we'll do some interesting shit. Why not? Right? Okay.
All right, everyone. Thanks for stopping
Thank you,
by.
everybody. Thank you, thank you,
Have a
thank you.
great rest of your weekend.
Take care.
And Angie will see you on Monday. I will see you on Black Friday.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Take care, everyone.